welcome to another Mean Streak update, or Mean Streak RMC, RMC Mean Streak, however we want to call it, update. We're starting a little away from the coaster this time because we've noticed, as you saw this past week on Wednesday on the site, we posted our first look at wanted signs appearing around Frontierland. We've got a second one that's appeared today in the park. This one on the covered bridge of the antique cars track ride here. It's on the side of the covered bridge. The first one we found is over here actually, just beyond this chicken and fries, etc. Food stand. There's one right over here, and we'll take you over to that, and then we'll be heading over to the track to check out all the progress being made over there, which we have seen several different progress being made, different pieces of progress being made around the project. So, over here though, this is the original wanted poster we showed you. At the time the video is being recorded, today is Thursday. We showed this yesterday, Wednesday. And this is the wanted sign. A lot of people saying it looks steampunkish. Somebody said it looks like a character from Overwatch. We'll have to wait and see. The significance of the $875 reward being offered is also unknown. Many saying could be the drop, could be the speed, like drop angle, obviously. So we'll see what's going on with this criminal, and we'll continue to watch and see if we get any more of these posters popping up around. Wondering if these are the people that will be seeking revenge. In one of the early hints, we actually heard that they were rolling in like thunder and seeking their revenge. They could be seeking revenge on neighboring Maverick, which is right here. So this is Maverick. Obviously, great coaster, been operating for a long time, and you can see everything to do with Maverick here. And these are like the heroes of Frontier Town, so we'll have to wait and see if we get any update on the story. So now we're going to head on over to the site and see what else we can see the progress being made. First big piece of progress is that lift hill. So we'll get a closer look at that coming up. So as we're now here at the Frontierland Railroad crossing area, we can look through the track here and see that double up or double down element. Looks to be that would come out of the brake run area. Here we're standing near where the entrance of Mean Streak used to be. We're seeing lots of supports, lots of new wood happening now all over the place here. But through the woodwork there is that double up, or new track at least, area we see. New track has been installed. Hopefully I got good video of that, as well as the lift hill track, which I'll try to show you in a minute, being in place. On the drive in. Hopefully I got good video of that, as well as this area of the track. We're going to try to get even better video from the campground coming up later in this video, so we'll see how crowded the campground is, if we can get any good shots or whatnot of that. So over here we can see just that track installed here through the woodwork. It's going to be kind of difficult to see, but hopefully you guys can see that right here in place. Several new supports being added as well. We can see under the woodwork here even supports here for another set of track. There's already two sets of rails right here close to us, and it looks like a third set will be going right in there as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they get this track into place, since a lot of these supports are actually underneath complex woodwork right here. Especially you can see the complex woodwork in place on that. Now the lift is climbing to this area right in here. And from this angle we can see some of the lift right here behind the old station. Looks like the crane is actually on the rise right now, so they are working actively. We've got two workers right here nearby in the woodwork, and they are getting harnessed up to climb, it seems, possibly. So that'll be it from this area. We're going to go to the other side of the train station and look back at the lift and look back at some other areas before heading over to the campground. So here, as we stand a little further back in front of the train station right here, we can see the lift track has gone into place. We're looking at a straight side angle view of the lift track right here, and that's pretty cool to see. On the way in we did notice they've got the stairwells in next to the lift hill as well in place. So it's really great to see the track climbing. It's climbed just about where this inversion or where this track turns is right here. This is the inversion, but right through here is where about the leave-off point. We're going to go over to another side angle view and you'll be able to get a better view of that. Here we see one construction worker. It looks like he's just working on tightening some bolts. So we'll be sure to keep an eye on what they are up to today. It looks like they're doing some minor work. Doesn't look like they're prepared to lift any track yet today. They may have already done so for this update. So the track's about halfway up the lift. As we walk over to this angle, I'm going to stay zoomed out. Hopefully it doesn't get too bumpy or too rough right in here. And I know that last week's video was a little shaky. Again, really sorry about that. Got kind of excited and caught up in what I was saying and not what I was looking at. So here from this angle you can see where that track leaves off right here, just below where that turn is. It looks like they've hit that cross point right there. So we'll keep an eye on that and everything we can see there. It looks like the lift is going well though. Finally they've gotten, I would say, estimate almost halfway up. Again, we've heard anything from 200 plus feet up to 235 potentially. So will be interesting to see as we follow along with the lift progress how high they actually do end up going. Maybe we'll have an announcement by then. So as we were walking away from the train station, we noticed another one of these wanted posters has gone up. This one is the closest to the project that I've seen so far. On the back of the Coca-Cola Refresh station in this area. So here you see another one of those wanted signs. That'll be the third one we've spotted on this update today. Second one today. The first one did go up yesterday, so there are 3 total all around. Looks like we have some workers up here looking at the bolts on that twist right here. So I wanted to go ahead and come back over next to the crossing area. Right here we see 2 workers on what looks to be that climbing twist inversion area, hanging out. Looks like they are working on bolting, making sure bolts are tightened and track is in place. So again, I just wanted to come over here, take another look at this area before we head over to the campground. And as I said, I know I moved around a lot last week, so I wanted to give you guys another look at these supports right here through the woodwork, which I did mention in that first opening, one of the opening sections of the video when we were first over here early on. But you can see those supports just kind of climbing up and turning and going along with the rest of the track. So most likely this is going to be more than just Mean Streak reimagined. It's going to be more than just the Mean Streak layout where it goes in through itself about twice or 2 or 3 times around. It's actually going to do a lot more, I'm hoping, including, we talked about that helix the last couple times we gave you an update, but here now we can see a lot easier those supports right on the ground, almost right on the ground there. Supports for what looks to be a helix. One more thing I wanted to highlight back here is we have some steel supports here, and I know that's going to be hard to see, connected to that helix down here on the ground that look like another inversion, and those are going to come out into those supports we've been seeing tracing along these 2 sets of rails that we told you about. There's going to be another set of supports that go that way, and it looks like this could be an inversion or a cool high bank turn right here alongside this tree. I'm going to zoom in and hopefully you can see the steel structure there. Again, it looks like either high banking or increased support for more track, and that would be coming out of this helix that I'm going to zoom in under this tree, and you can see supports right there for that. So lots more supports happening in the track area, in the supports area, down in the bottom ground level even, where we haven't seen track yet, but I'm sure we will very soon. So on my way in today, it was a little rainy, but I did get a good video angle of the lift going in, and you can see the track with stairs going up about halfway over that inversion as I highlighted earlier. Now on my way out, and this is a slow-mo video on my way out, you can see the double up element, and that comes out of that mid-course brake run where we captured some videos there, and that goes on, around, and up. You can see some of the track right there turning, and I'm still assuming this is a double up, not a double down. There is an RMC truck crane sitting there, and then as we round this turn, we're actually going to see parts for more parts, track, and stairs for what I would presume to be the lift hill continuation, since they seem to be focused on that area at this point. So as we've made our way to the campground area of Cedar Point, we can see the crane is up now with an actual bucket, and there's a couple workers in it. Looks like they're hammering out some track support beams, so we will be seeing the lift go higher soon, I would say. So there you can see like where they've added on a couple pieces of woodwork plus a steel cross beam with those two little pegs that hold the track. And they'll be doing that all the way up this lift hill. As we pull back out, and we can see the whole lift structure there. And again, they've climbed just before where those people are. The track leaves off right about here. Hopefully we'll get a better shot of that, but I'm not quite sure that we will at this point. Just wanted to show you guys that there is progress being made today while we're here covering the construction. As we walk down the pathway here at the campground, we actually see that there is a crane up in the air, and it is holding a piece of track. It looks like they've all but got that bolted into place now. As we zoom, you can see the darker red piece of track in place, and then here is the crane. Might be hard to make out the crane, it's kind of blending in there, but here's the crane, and then here is the track they are working on. You can see a couple workers in place right there as one of the rails is getting bolted into place. So really exciting to see actual track work taking place while we're here at Cedar Point today. Thursday, July 13th is the date the video is being recorded. All the videos in today's post. So today they are putting up this rail here. Looks to be some sort of a turn. We're going to walk over to this fence right here and see how close we can get. So here's that rail up close, about as close as we can get. And there's that one worker there. Then we have another worker on the other end here. But this is the track piece currently being put into place. The railing right here. So one final look from this angle. Here again is the track we see getting installed, or one of the rails we see getting installed for the track. Over here through there is that bucket we showed you, and this is where the lift is starting to climb up over this set of supports. So we won't get a good look at the lift from over here. We're going to go on down and see if we can get any good angles of that double up or double down, whichever it will be, here in just a moment. Stay tuned as we set to close out our update on RMC Main Street. So as we look through the trees from this angle, we can definitely see that double up element. I'm going to be panning around, hopefully kind of slow for you guys. This element comes out of right here, comes down there in that turn and goes up this way. There you see the level off, that's the first up, and then there is the second up. So that's likely a double up coming out of the brake run, I would guess, it looks like. Over here, through the trees, we can see a worker climbing around. They are tightening bolts for this section of the rails and track. And then as we look back this way, we can get a good look at the turns and even an overbank turn right there going on in the track. So that gives us a good angle. This will be the first drop right here, sort of to the right or left of that double down element. You can see there's the lift hill where it's topped off currently and where it will drop down. So that's probably going to wrap us up here from Cedar Point on our latest RMC Mean Streak update number 4. My name is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com. Once again, make sure you log on, check out Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram for photo updates, video updates, and more from Cedar Point and beyond. Also, check us out on Facebook Live. We're going to be doing some live videos in the coming weeks while we're at the parks. especially at Cedar Point. We'll probably take some quick looks at Mean Streak as it progresses along in between updates, or if there's a week where there's not a whole lot going on. So once again, my name's Jim. Have a great week ahead, everybody, and we will see you at the parks.